Welcome to the U.S. military base YouTube channel. British intelligence said on Friday that Ukrainian troops had withdrawn from some areas in Bakhmut this week after Russia launched a re-energized attack on the Donetsk Oblast battlefield. As Russia and Wagner Group forces enhanced cooperation, Russia reinvigorated its offensive on Bakhmut in Donetsk Oblast, the update said. The Ukrainian defenses still hold the western parts of the city, but in the last 48 hours they have come under particularly heavy Russian artillery fire. As Russia's primary power, this private company played a key role in the fight against Bakhmut, one of the last urban centers in the region to resist attacks. Soldiers of this group follow the city center, while paratroopers from the Russian army lead attacks from the flanks, the UK updated on Friday. In addition, the Ukrainian General Staff reported that Ukrainian rocket forces and artillery units hit 3 Russian command centers, 3 Russian military personnel and equipment, a radar station, an ammunition depot and an electronic warfare station. The warplanes, which took off simultaneously with the attacks of the Ukrainian missile units, carried out more than 10 missile attacks in 3 regions where Russian military personnel and equipment were concentrated. Official reports indicate that Ukrainian forces neutralized 500 Russian soldiers and destroyed 4 tanks, 7 artillery systems and 1 valuable military equipment in these attacks. Also, Russian forces may indeed have begun deploying legacy T-54 series tanks to the battlefield in Ukraine. The sighting of one of these tanks in southeastern Ukraine reportedly happened about a month after a trainload of tankers was seen in action in Russia, prompting speculation that these tanks would soon join the conflict. Pictures and videos said to have been taken recently in Zaporizhia with a T-54 type tank in the background first surfaced earlier this week. The first images were shared on Telegram. Another video showing what appears to be the same tank in the same place was later posted on another pro-Russian Telegram channel. It is not clear which T-54 series tank model is seen in the images obtained so far. The Soviet Union built the first T-54 prototype in 1945, and the first example of the T-55 was completed in 1956. All this can only raise questions about the tank's true usefulness on the battlefield, whatever its origin. The conflict has already shown that the much more modern and better protected Russian tanks are far from invincible for the Ukrainian forces. At the same time, the T-54 tanks provide their crews with at least some additional protection against the threats from artillery shells, which are especially so evident on the battlefields in Ukraine. While not suitable for direct tank-to-tank engagement, these vehicles with 100mm main guns can still be useful for attacking lighter enemy vehicles and fortified fortifications, as well as opposing troops captured in the open. On the other hand, Alexei Danilov, Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine, told Ukrainian television broadcasters on April 14 that the testing of new types of modern weapons by the Ukrainian army could cause explosions in Crimea. He reiterated that Crimea is Ukrainian territory so that the armed forces of Ukraine can legally test any weapon on the peninsula. Danilov added that the hastily constructed fortifications on the Crimean coast absolutely will not save the Russian troops. On March 26, the Ukrainian president's representative in Crimea, Tamila Tasheva, said in an interview with NV Radio that the Russian army was panicized and digging trenches along the entire coastline of the peninsula. These fortifications can be seen in numerous satellite images released in recent weeks. As you may remember, President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky said that Russia's war against Ukraine should end with the liberation of Crimea. Finally, Russia's forces, the Pacific Fleet, were prepared to be combat-ready to the highest degree. According to the press service of the Pacific Fleet, a detachment of warships of this fleet has begun exercises to deploy forces in the Sea of Japan. Before the ships sailed, the alarm was sounded and the crew took measures to prepare the ships for war and emergency voyage. In the first phase of the exercise, the corvette crew successfully overcame the tightness in the ship's platoon composition and conducted combat training. In the second phase of the exercise, air defense and submarine defense training is planned with the participation of Ka-27PL helicopters belonging to the Pacific Fleet Naval Aviation. The crew will work to search for and destroy the enemy submarine. The main purpose of ongoing control is to increase the probability of problem solving to counter possible aggression from a potential enemy. The inspection is led by the Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Navy, Nikolai Evmenov. Within the scope of the surprise inspection, missile launches are planned for the destruction of naval attack groups and land targets belonging to the fake enemy, as well as the use of long-range aviation. All activities are aimed at preparing the fleet for possible military operations and increasing its combat capability. Finally, Turkey has made significant progress in modernizing its F-16 fleet with domestic resources. The Turkish press writes that UBAS, an independent aircraft ignition system project, is nearing its end. Thanks to the UBAS project, the ammunition developed with national resources will be integrated into the F-16s. Tubitak Bilge has been working on the aircraft's independent firing system project for a while. Thanks to UBAs, air-to-air and air-to-ground munitions developed with national resources in Turkey will be integrated into F-16 Fighting Falcon fighter aircraft configurations. This is an extraordinary advance, as the mission computer on Turkish F-16s is foreign. According to Tubitak Sage's annual report, the development of touchscreen avionics that will nationalize the pilot's weapon control interface on F-16 platforms is already planned. This project is also within the scope of UBAs. It is expected to reach maturity soon, which will allow it to be included in the Turkish F-16 inventory already this year. Thanks to the UBAs project, a large number of Turkish ammunition will be integrated under the wings of Turkish F-16s. Among them are the Gökdogan, Bozdogan, Sakır, Soğum, Lassen and Tulyan guided munitions. Turkey has embarked on ambitious transformations to ensure its independence in terms of the country's future level of defense capabilities. It is known that Turkey has become independent in the production of all classes of unmanned aerial vehicles. Currently, Turkey is working on a project that will make up for the lack of F-35 with the domestic TIE TFX, which made the first taxi test on a runway a week ago. Let's start with the latest news of the military agenda. In the coming days, we will follow all the military and political developments in the world, especially the Russia-Ukraine war, for you. To be informed of developments faster, you can subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Also, if you like our video and leave a comment, you will make us feel your support. For now, I wish everyone a good day. See you soon.